Okay, this is me walking up this trail carrying the float tube and the paddle and everything else I needed. This is a clip where I decided that I was going to build a trailer to carry this stuff. Just hang on and look. The exact place where I decided to build this cart for this float tube. And it's working out real well, as you can see. I'm walking down through here using one hand, looking at my phone with the other one. Put your phone down. Got the float tube, fishing rod, paddle, everything I need to go out with. It worked out really well. Okay, so I made it down here, and it's looking real nice today. The water's pretty quiet, which should be good for this float tube. I'm getting here late, so I'm going to have to take off a little early to make up for it, but I am going to try to get in a couple hours. I'm going to go down this side of the bank, then hopefully go over to the other side, which would be a pretty good little distance in this float tube, but then come down that bank and then back home here. But this was a pretty good spot. There's even a place here for me to change my shoes, which I went ahead and put these black tubs in there so I could carry stuff. Here's a rag to wipe my feet off. I'll tell you about this in a little while. And here are my kayaking shoes, I call them. But anyway, let's see if we can catch something. Well, there's the deer over there looking at me. Can everybody see it? Just down on the other side of those plants growing in the water. Boy, that's cool. That makes it worth coming out, doesn't it? I'll tell you what this kind of fishing reminds me of. It's almost wade fishing. Except you don't have to worry about falling off in a deep hole somewhere. Oh, I wanted to tell you what this was. This is a ping pong paddle. I used to have one, and it tore up because it was made out of plywood, putting it in this water. And I used to use it on my kayak. It was real good for fine tuning. Like if you need a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. And I'd forgotten about it actually, and then I thought after I got this float tube, I said, boy, that would be a good thing to fine tune here. And it is. I mean, just a little paddle, and you've moved around. That way you don't have to keep that big old paddle all the time. So anyway, I found these on Amazon. They were total plastic, so they can't tear up on you, and they float. I checked that before I came out here. So this is going to work out real good. They were only $5 a piece. I bought 2 of them. They came in different colors, and you didn't have any choice what color. They just sent them. I got a red one and a blue one. But anyway, get you a paddle. One of these, even for a kayak, they're great. So just a little hint there. Okay, so I paddled across this thing with the wind blowing. And I can see in my camera screen here that it doesn't look near as bad as what the wind really is. If you're in a float tube and you want to paddle across an area, you have to be real dedicated about it. I was straight out through there, backed up in those plants a little while ago. And I don't know if you can really see how bad the wind's got up. If you're in a float tube, you need to be in quiet water. I mean, I'm going to give that a real big disadvantage for these things. But what I'm going to try to do is go on back down that way toward my little trailer, sort of trolling along, I guess you'll say, with the bait out. See what happens with that, then I'm gonna quit and go home. Spend the rest of the day on the couch eating potato chips or something. Well, I didn't catch any fish today, which is not my normal plan or my normal modus operandi. But while I'm sitting here trying to dry off a foot and put on a clean sock and shoes, I didn't wear those waders today. I just hate all that extra cumbersome weight. But just in summation of some of the things I think about this float tube, and I'm going to publish this, by the way, even though I didn't catch anything. I looked at my phone after complaining about the wind, and it was talking about rain coming in, of which, I mean, this place has been ridiculous with rain here lately. But it said the wind was 8 miles an hour with gusts up to 16. So my whole thing now, and I really like that flow tube, it's fun and it's comfortable to sit in. I mean, it's as comfortable as just sitting in your favorite chair watching TV almost. But feet feel better when they're dry, don't they? But anyway, I'm going to stick with this in small ponds, smaller bodies of water, of which a couple of those things exist that I fish in. Because you really need to be able to fish an area in this thing. You're not going to cover a whole lot of territory. I showed you the cove that I was in today, and I did paddle across it, but it was an act of determination, so to speak, because it's not what you would want to do. So when I'm in larger water where there might be a little bit of wind and stuff like that, I'm going to be in my kayak. And on smaller bodies of water where, like this next place when you see this Go Plus, it's going to be on a pond that's fished very little. I mean, it's pretty good size, but it's about a mile hike back in there. That's really the reason I built this trailer. I've never fished that pond, and since you have to walk a mile to get to it, I don't think very many people ever have, because they've got it closed off. There's a gravel road that goes back through there, but this land was given to the state of Alabama, and it's a part of Oak Mountain State Park, and they put up a gate, and the only way you can get to this lake now is to hike. And so I'm going to pull it on this trailer. But anyway, I'm going to publish this video today, even because I didn't catch any fish, because there are a couple of good, I think, tips for people in there. So you're going to see this video. You're not going to see any fish, but you're going to see a little bit more about how this float tube operates. And that's the reason I'm publishing it. But next time, I hope to be serious, have a couple of fish to show you. So we'll see you next time out.